A woman sells her apples on the street. Apples from Chernobyl, apples from Chernobyl. A businessman stops her. Don't say they're from Chernobyl. No one will buy them.
You're writing a book, but so far no book has helped me, explained it to me, no more than the theater or the movies. I figured it out without them, by myself.
There was no sign.
We're still going through this alone, and I don't know what to do. My father taught me to live by the counsel of books, and suddenly books cannot help. My parents are confused. Remember. I want to remember, and at the same time, I don't. I remember my mother's phone call in the early morning.
There's a fire at the atomic station. Orders are to keep the radio on.
I want you to listen to me very closely.
What are you talking about?
Quiet. Shut all the windows, put all the food in plastic bags. Put on rubber gloves and wipe every surface with a wet rag, then put the rag in a plastic bag and get rid of it. The laundry drying on the balcony will need to be washed again.
What's happened there?
My parents do not know how to live without the counsel of books, without Chekhov and Tolstoy and the old Greek masters.
There was no sign. Sometimes your palm itches and you know to get ready. But there was no sign. A nightingale sang. That means a sunny day.
We lived in Pripyat, just 3 miles from the reactor. We were very happy about it.
People took their small children outside, lifted them up, and said, "Look how beautiful, don't forget this."
I didn't see the explosion itself, only the flames. Everything seemed to flow.
The whole sky.
The flames were high, and the smoke.
Horrible heat.
We stood in that horrible black smoke, talking, breathing, admiring. We did not know death could be so beautiful.
They went off to the fire without their protective gear, just in their shirt sleeves. They were summoned as if to a normal fire. I sat and waited. 4 o'clock. 5. 6. 7 o'clock.
The prognosis for acute radiation sickness is 14 days.
Takes 14 days for a man to die.
I remember there were a lot of things to be afraid of. I was afraid to run barefoot through the grass.
This is still within the area, yes.
Ants, butterflies, bees, all contaminated. My parents tried to explain it to me, but my father could only recite his favorite verse. There. Have I hit the mark or not?
Am I a fraud? A fortune teller babbling lies from door to door?
Why are you creating hysteria, Professor? Are you the only one concerned about the Belarusian people?
You can find ways of acting without announcements.
Without panic. Just add iodine to the water supply.
Add it to the milk. There are 700 kilograms of iodine in the warehouses.
We'll take care of everything. You have 700 kilograms of iodine in warehouses in the city.
The word panic, do you know where it comes from?
The Greek mischief maker Pan.
The god of woods and fields, who created mysterious sounds.
He tried to teach the people how to communicate, but these sounds were too advanced for the people surrounding the woods and the fields. And so, these sounds caused hysterical fear in villages. They say entire herds followed their owners over cliffs. Panic is born of fear, and fear is irrational. Our job is to maintain discipline.
is this, soldier boys? The end of the world?
My grandmother got on her knees and prayed. She told us, pray, pray. It's the end of the world.
I pray in the only way I know how. I use the masters. Oh, the grief of the city, ripped to oblivion. Oh, the victims, no cure for the doom that took the city after all. And I, her last ember, I go down with her.
My daughter. She wears diapers. She jumps around. She sings songs. But no one can tell. She's not like everyone else. When she was born, it wasn't a baby, but a living sack sealed on all sides. Not a single crack. Only the eyes were open. Female with multiple pathology. In ordinary language, it means no pee-pee, no poo-poo, and only one kidney.
How can you talk about radiation when the butterflies are flying and the bees are buzzing?
I felt something similar when a close friend died.
I remember what my father said when my mother died.
The breakdown of uranium is for thousands of years.
This is for thousands of years.
The sun was shining, birds flying around, swallows. It rained, but he was dead. It's on apple tree in bloom. I started filming it. Bees were buzzing. Flowers were wetting white. People working, flowers blooming, a symbol. I had the camera in my hands. Should have been filming, but something was wrong. The exposure was right, the picture was ready, but something was off. And suddenly I understood. I didn't smell anything. The orchard was in bloom, but there was no smell. I only learned later that this happens to sometimes when the organism is exposed to high radiation, some of the organs get blocked.
Let me think. It was 10 years until we started thinking about it. One guy got sick and then another. It's been 21 years and I'm still hearing about it.
This is for thousands of years.